Real Estate Radio TV, the web radio 100% dedicated to real estate.
Welcome to Real Estate Radio TV, the web radio dedicated to real estate, for a new podcast. In today's podcast, we have the honor to welcome Chris Rood. Chris Rood, a real estate investor, to talk to us about real estate investment. Hi, how are you today?
I'm great, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. First of all, I would like to thank you for accepting our invitation. And first of all, could you talk a little bit about your company, what you do, and give us a small background about yourself?
Which company? My real estate company?
Real estate company. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a few different facets to that company. You know, I have a holdings company that we own about $22.5 million worth of real estate, mobile home parks, apartments, short-term vacation rentals on the beach, a few single-family homes, apartments of that nature. That's one company. And then we have our which is our passive, for cash flow. And then we have our active company, which wholesales and flips and hotels, in 4 different states that we do that to generate cash. And I have my consulting company where I teach people how to do what I do.
And so talking about real estate investment, what would you say are the main benefits of investing in real estate compared to other investment, for example, stocks, savings? What would you say are the main benefits and why?
Well, it's predictable for one. I control it. I can see it, feel it, and touch it. You give your money over to Wall Street, you're giving it to some hedge fund or some person that really doesn't really give two shits about your money because it ain't their money, right? As soon as you give up control and power of your own money, they're not going to use as much. They're not going to respect it, right? Who's going to respect your money more than you? Because you earned it. It knew how hard it took for you to generate that money. So when you invest in real estate, you can control it, and you're going to be a lot more careful with it than, say, Wall Street. So with that said, I want to bet my biggest asset as an entrepreneur is being able to predict into the future. I know that historically speaking, real estate prices, increase in value over time, for one, and I can pick and choose the real estate that I want to buy versus, putting it in a mutual fund or, a stock market, and where they just do whatever they want with it and they gamble with your money is what they do. I'm not going to gamble with my own money. I'm going to pick pieces of real estate that I know historically speaking are going to increase in value and produce cash flow.
All right, and there's many different type of real estate investment out there, including flipping, wholesaling, commercial investment, multi-families. Which one do you recommend the most and why?
Affordable housing. Multifamily affordable housing, specifically mobile home parks. That's what I do. That's my niche. That's what I focus on. I own about 8 mobile home parks. I'm closing on another one in a couple of weeks. And, for me, I look at trends, graphs, and I look at what's going on with the economy, the world economy, and the world's not getting richer. It's getting poorer, and people are there's an affordable housing crisis across the world. There's nowhere that's affordable to live. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah, it's getting more expensive every year.
Every year it's getting more expensive, and there's just nothing that's affordable. The only thing that's still affordable is mobile homes, manufactured homes. So I see the writing on the wall. I just read an article yesterday. I posted it on my Instagram that Blackstone just bought up $550 million worth of mobile home parks, and they're actively looking for more mobile home parks. So Well, and Warren Buffett, he bought up some of the biggest mobile home manufacturers in the country. Clayton Mobile Homes, I believe, another big manufacturer he bought up. So there's a lot of, you just got to watch the big players, right? I've been investing in mobile homes for 3.5 years now. So I saw the writing on the wall a while back. I think it's a very niche business, and that historically speaking, they stay there longer than apartments. And apartments, typically the turnaround rate is 14 months. I got, the turnaround rate in a mobile home, it averages 5 years.
Yes, and for someone wanting to start investing in real estate, is it possible to become financially independent, and if we may live off your investments?
Yeah, but it takes time. It ain't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich slow, but it's a get-rich for sure. And it takes a long time. It may take you 10, 15 years just to get in a real good momentum, right? And probably 15 to 20 years to become, independently wealthy. Because you got to, for one, there's a lot of aspects to it. For one, you got to buy right. You got to buy good properties at a discount. And the best way to do that is to go direct to seller using the wholesale method and buying at wholesale prices. That way you can capture equity on the front end, and you want to buy in good locations so you can capture equity on the back end where they over time appreciate. But yeah, you can get rich and you can get independently wealthy through real estate, but don't let the guru sit there and tell you and lie to you that it's easy. It ain't easy. Anything that's hard ain't easy, or anything that's valuable is not easy.
And to become financially independent and investing in real estate, you obviously need help. And I heard you are offering different courses to help people start investing in real estate and become financially independent. Could you maybe talk about that? And why do you want to create those courses? And why would someone want to follow them?
Well, yeah, I created a course on how to wholesale and flip houses because it's the ABCs, it's the 1, 2, 3s, it's the foundation of real estate investing, especially wholesaling, because it teaches you how to go direct to seller and find good deals, off market deals with lots of equity. It teaches you how to negotiate, build rapport, make offers. That is the core principles of becoming a really good real estate investor. You got to master the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are, negotiating, know what a good deal is, making an offer, rapport building, all these different things. And that's what I teach to help you become a good real estate investor.
Yeah, you need a good foundation to build on, like building a house.
Correct. That's exactly right. So, yeah, so that's what I teach. I teach that. And then you're a little bit more advanced. You understand and master wholesaling and flipping. Then you can get into my mobile home park course that I have that teaches you how to buy mobile home parks, find them, rehab them, negotiate them, stabilize them, refinance them, and keep them for cash flow.
So if I understand, you offer those courses to help people starting investing, help them become high-performance entrepreneurs, and also learn from your past experiences.
Absolutely. That's what it's about. The Socrates once said it one time. He said, he said it, and I'm paraphrasing. He says, why would you want to try to figure out everything on your own when you can learn from the mistakes of others? And I'm butchering it really bad, but he says it, and why would you work hard to learn something when you can? I'm screwing it all up. Let's just skip that because I forget. Look it up though. Look up Socrates, what he said about mentors and coaches and learning. Take what's hard. He said, take what was hard for somebody to learn and make it easy by stealing his knowingness and knowledge, right? And it's the same thing hiring a mentor and coach, right?
I know there is many roles in order to become successful, but what would you say are the main 3 roles to follow in order to make a good real estate investment, and why is that?
Man, stay in a box, right? Stay in a box. Don't go out. Don't get pushy. Like, be very, very picky when you buying properties. Like, you shouldn't just buy property. Like, you got to find deals. What does a deal look like? It's off market, direct to seller. Typically, it's direct to seller. It's got a lot of equity. It's in a good location. I'll buy a shitty property in a great location all day, but I would not buy a great property in a shitty location, right? So
yes, location.
Because I can always rehab the building or the trailers or whatever that's on the real estate, but I can't change the real estate location, right? So that's huge. You got to know the trends and what the demographics are. You got to know if there's jobs. That's huge. Like, you got to know the economic outlook of that area, because rents are only produced by what? Jobs. If there's no jobs around, people can't pay rent. They need a place to work.
All right. So if we have to answer, location is key to make a good real estate investment. To finish off this podcast, you often talk about getting your mindset right in order to be efficient, productive, and make good choices. Could you talk on how to get a positive mindset and your mindset right?
Man, if that's getting your mindset right takes a lot of time. It ain't something like you just gonna, hey, I want to get my mindset right. That's not how it works. It takes years of cultivating, developing, mastering your own mindset, because you have to learn to control your thoughts. You have to learn to be able to psych yourself out and actually believe that you're worth doing this, and then actually believe that you can actually be successful, because a lot of time we self-sabotage our own self by invalidating what we're doing and telling ourselves that we can't do it, but I'll try. And When Henry Ford said it best, whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right, right? A lot of times we go into something thinking that we can't do it, but we try. But the mere fact that we think we can't do it, it's true. We can't do it. If you think you can't do it, guess what? You're going to be right. And you're not going to better accomplish what you're trying to do. So you have to, in your mind, understand that you're the baddest motherfucker out there. I don't care what anybody else thinks, right? You got to think inside your mind that you're the baddest motherfucker out there. It doesn't matter what your uncle, your dad, your mom, your friends from school, as long as you think you're the baddest motherfucker around. And that's the mindset you got to have, right? And you got to guard it and keep it sacred. And don't let anybody set up shop in your head and tell you you're no good or you can't do something, right? Because as soon as you believe it, whatever you believe is going to come true. If you believe that you can't do it, guess what? You're right.
Yeah, either in business, sports, relationship, whatever. It's everything. The same rules that applies. Getting your mindset right.
But it takes a lot of cultivating to develop that to where you have such a badass mindset. No, you're unshakable. Nobody can shake your certainty inside of your head and about you, right? And that's kind of how you have to operate. You have to operate like you're a bad motherfucker everywhere you go, right? But
and it also takes a lot of failures to learn that too.
It does, and you gotta constantly keep. The best way to do this is to read a lot of books, right? Dude, if I can give you guys one huge thing, is just read books on mindset, read books on high performance people, read books on people that are doing big things, and just study those people and try to get in their head and think like them.
Yeah, getting a positive mindset to do positive things in business, life, or sports. Perfect. Yep. Well, thank you for coming in. And how can we follow you?
Yep, you can follow me at Real Estate Rood on Instagram, and you can go to Chris Rood Entrepreneur on Facebook. I do a lot of Facebook Lives. I do stories every day on my Instagram about real estate investing, entrepreneurship, mindset every day. If you're interested in my coaching, go to chrisrood.com, book a call with me, and we can see if you are ready to jump into the real estate world of investing.
Well, perfect. Thank you very much, Chris, for talking about real estate investment and your different companies. Guys, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms and download our app, available on both the App Store and Android. See you guys soon.
Real Estate Radio TV, the web radio 100% dedicated to real estate.